Have you ever heard rap music?
Does Sir Mix-a-Lot like booty?
Listen to this. Actual rap lyrics. Life ain't nothing but gritches and money. Only they don't say gritches. They say a certain word that rhymes with it that starts with a B.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and it's time for my latest comic industry news. And this will be of the Marvel Comics variety. And I know the thumbnail's a bit busy, but there's not a lot of big news, but there's a lot of little things I'm going to cover here today. We're going to talk about the new Demon Rider series. If you don't know what a Demon Rider is, that's half Sorcerer Supreme, half Ghost Rider. It's an established character that's been in a couple of stories, but that character is going to get their own ongoing series coming up. We're going to talk about the new Larry Hama Iron Fist series, the Marvel-made Paragon collection, which is essentially a premium edition of Chris Claremont's work. That's a Doc special if I've ever seen one. There's a brand new Valkyrie going to be introduced within King in Black. We've also got a new Legend of Shang-Chi one-shot that I'm completely flabbergasted on why it's coming out when it is. And there's also an Alex Ross homage to Rob Liefeld's Cable and Deadpool that's going to be coming up. And I'm going to be talking about all these. And I hate to break it to you, I am probably going to provide a couple of opinions on some of these topics. Apparently, some people are coming to the channel just looking for the news only without the opinions of Wes from Thinking Critical. But this is my YouTube channel, so I'd like to provide a little bit of my own opinions, some more information about the series just from my personal perspective. Now, if you are looking for just straight news without the opinions of yours truly, keep looking out, because you might get what you're looking for within the next, I don't know, I don't want to put a time frame on it, but that might be coming soon, where you might just be getting the news from yours truly and not really any opinions about the news. And I don't know, maybe that's what you're looking for. I do want to say before I get into all these details, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, will you? Or a thumbs down if you don't enjoy this. Either way, I definitely want to hear from you in the feedback section. What are you excited for? Are you excited for the new Demon Rider series, the Larry Hama Iron Fist, the new Valkyrie character? Are you excited for this Chris Claremont Paragon collection? Let me know. Now, getting into the news, the first thing we are going to talk about is Marvel's Ghost Rider Sorcerer Supreme Kashala is getting her own series. Marvel Comics has quietly confirmed that Demon Rider Kushala, a character who is both Ghost Rider and Sorcerer Supreme, will star in her own ongoing series beginning next year. The demon Zarathos has been at large since the dawn of time, possessing one host after another, transforming every one of them into the latest Ghost Rider. The first Ghost Rider, Jason Aaron, why? One of the most intriguing Ghost Riders is a woman called Kashala, who was introduced in Robbie Thompson's tremendous Doctor Strange and the Sorcerers Supreme. Now, I had to look for the graphic on the thumbnail, and I had to see some of the art in that series. It's not very good. I wouldn't read it just based on the art alone. I thought it was unimpressive. But she was an Apache warrior who possessed the spirit of vengeance after her tribe was slaughtered by U.S. soldiers. She was an unwilling host and became the Sorcerer Supreme in the mid-1800s, but was never able to free herself from Zarathos' curse, even with Merlin's help. So that is the character that this won't be the first appearance. She's also going to be featured in Marvel's Indigenous Voices #1 one-shot. Here is the cover. Who is this cover from? Jeffrey Verigi. And that is the cover that you're going to see on Marvel's Indigenous Voices #1. With this character is going to be part of the one-shot. And this is part of Marvel Editor-in-Chief's promised committed effort to improve diversity in Marvel. Now, I do think this is an interesting sounding character. Half Sorcerer Supreme, half Demon Rider, or Ghost Rider. Kashala, I'm just saying the character actually has a lot of potential. We've seen something similar where just in the pages of Ten of Swords within X-Men, we learned that Genesis, not only is she a mutant, she appears to be a very powerful sorcerer. Imagine not the Sorcerer Supreme, but maybe but she was certainly wielding spells that were pulling vegetation up and things of that nature. So we're getting some of these more powerful characters where we're mixing the Sorcerer Supreme powers with other powers. I think it's kind of neat. Probably could be done too much. You don't want to overdo things like this. But, this could be a very interesting character. Now, here's the problem. Kashala is not a named character. Marvel doesn't have a lot of A-list talent right now. In fact, they really don't have a lot of B-list talent. So I expect like a C or D-list writer on this, or somebody that's never written a comic book to be on this series. And it probably won't be all that interesting because they're not putting. I almost guarantee you they will put nobody talented on this comic book, which is unfortunate. Like I said, the character sounds neat, but I guarantee you, Marvel will not put enough effort to bring people in, because that's what Marvel does. Yeah, you could say a lot of things about DC, but they put Scott Snyder on the New Challengers. They put Robert Venditti on Damage. They're willing to put some A-list creators or B-list creators on some very unknown characters and trying to give them some shine. Even think about Hawkman Venditti. That's probably a C or D-list character. He did a lot of good stuff with it. Marvel does not do that. There's no way that's happening. Well, maybe. Would you say Donny Cates on Silver Surfer Black? Is Silver Surfer a B-list character or is he a C-list character? Maybe. I don't know. That was a miniseries, so there's no way Donny Cates or anybody of that stature is going to be on this, and that's too bad. Moving on to the next subject. Marvel made Paragon Collection honors X-Men legend Chris Claremont. So you're getting this bundle, the Marvel made Paragon Collection Chris Claremont Premier bundle. And it's going to have a lot of iconic X-Men stories, a new story by Claremont and Salvador LaRocca. Sounds like that's going to be like a prequel to God Loves, Man Kills, maybe. Wait, no. Oh my goodness. I've seen the picture in here. Days of Future Past. I believe that's what that's going to be. And this is what you get with it. You get a beautiful archival quality slipcase. I don't know. A slipcase. Is that what the book is? Like, is this coming inside of this book? Is that considered a slipcase? It feels like another book. Faux leather-bound 448-page hand-numbered hardcover, signed by Chris Claremont with 1 of 4 handwritten X-Men quotes, forward by Louise Simonson, and it collects a new 20-page story, the original Days of Future Past notes and script, X-Men 94, X-Men 129 through 137, X-Men 141, 142, Wolverine 1 through 4, Uncanny X-Men 268, X-Men number 1, Wolverine 6 variant, and a set of 4 lithographs. I don't know. It certainly looks high quality. I do think this is the slipcase. I thought a slipcase was like plastic. You know what I mean? Am I dense? Do I not know what a slipcase is? I'm half tempted to Google search it right now because I don't think this is a. I guess it is a. I thought the slipcase was like the protective piece of plastic you put on the outside of the book with the other version of the cover. This feels like a box. I don't know. Maybe I'm silly. There's your X-Men quote with your autograph. Days of Future Past. I guess is what the interiors looks like. Some lithographs, I imagine. I guess these are the lithographs. I don't know. All for the price of $1.99. I would never buy this. I would rather just have the original comics or the Epic collections or the Marvel Milestones with the stories in them. Personally, that's just me. This is a Doc special. Maybe Doc will be picking up the $1.99 Marvel made Paragon Collection Chris Claremont Premier Bundle. It sounds very interesting. If you have somebody that is an enormous Chris Claremont fan and you need something for Christmas, will this be in time? When does this come out? Did we see that? There will only be 1,200 orders. So it'll be very limited edition. I do not see when this is coming out. It's probably in here and I just missed it. I'm sorry. Maybe it'll be in time for Christmas. I'm not sure. Maybe it's at the bottom. The pre-orders are now. You can order for pre-order now. So there you go. Maybe people will be interested in that. That's definitely not something that is my cup of tea. Something that is my cup of tea, Iron Fist, Marvel Legend, Larry Hama helms Heart of the Dragon series. Larry Hama obviously is one of the truly magnificent, one of the great action storytellers in the history of comic books, people. Now, he is a little cantankerous. He's not the most friendly fella in his older age, but you know what? He's old. I'm not going to hold that against him. When you've done as much for the comic book industry as he has, you can be a little off-putting and not be the nicest guy. It's not like I'm not going to read Alan Moore comics because he's weird. I'm not going to not read Larry Hama just because he doesn't like me. Whatever, man. The Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon sees Danny Rand returning to the city of Kunlun when a mysterious menace begins killing the dragons that keep the heavenly cities empowered. This quest sees him reuniting with other deadly weapons and facing a multitude of threats. Larry Hama pens the series with David Watcher on art and Billy Tan on covers. I know. Pretty generic cover, if I'm being honest. But that is not going to stop me. I am definitely going to be reading this, and I cannot wait for it. I believe this comes out in January. Not my favorite interior art. I think that, for a character like Iron Fist, it could be a little slicker, but that is fine. Because it's going to have Larry Hama art or writing. Larry Hama's going to have a lot of action. There's going to be a lot of blood, a lot of gore. So it's not like this art style doesn't fit what Larry Hama's going to do with the character in the story. So this is a must buy in my opinion. Most definitely. Moving on to another martial arts based character that I won't be buying. Marvel's Legend of Shang-Chi pits the MCU hero against a Wolverine villain. Now I'm confused about this one. So January is the end of the current Shang-Chi miniseries from Gene Yang. And they're launching this one-shot at the exact same time. It's not like there's a lot of Shang-Chi comic books being produced by Marvel. Why would they even put them in the same month? Just put this out in February. That way, fans of Shang-Chi can have another month with the new comic. We did see him in Agents of Atlas during, what was that, War of the Realms? It's a very disappointing comic book. Yeah, it's too bad. Also, the creators on this, does anybody buy Marvel comics that Alyssa Wong writes? Does anyone buy it? Does anyone buy a comic because Alyssa Wong wrote it? If you do, I want to hear from you in the comment section because I don't believe you exist. I think the only reason she sells any comic is because it says Marvel on it and whatever the character is. I don't think anyone buys a comic because of Alyssa Wong. I'm putting it out there. I'm challenging you. If you're buying a comic because of Alyssa Wong, tell me in the comment section. I defy anyone to say that. But it's too bad. They should have released this in February. Fans of the character, they do not get enough content. It's too bad. Because, like I said, Gene Yang's Shang-Chi is a miniseries, and it's finishing up the same month this releases. Yeah, it's too bad. It goes on sale in January. I will not buy it because I will not buy a comic because Alyssa Wong's on it. Because I'm not a fan of her personality. How's that? The next, Marvel's Alex Ross is going to homage Rob Liefeld in January on the cover of Marvel number 4. And here's the details. Ross modeled his cover after the art of artist Rob Liefeld. Liefeld helped co-create Cable and Deadpool and worked on several titles for Marvel, including New Mutants, X-Force, and Heroes Reborn, which reimagined several of Marvel's heroes during the 90s. And here, let's look at this cover. It's actually quite awesome. I really like Alex Ross covers when he's not doing anything that looks human. When he does human characters like Superman, I know everyone loves Kingdom Come, and I do too. It's a good story. I don't love the art because they look too real. But when he does stuff like this, or when he does the covers for Immortal Hulk, I think they're amazing. His stuff's a little too realistic when it's just on a character with a regular face. But if you give him Cable or Deadpool or Wild Child or North Star here. Pretty sure that's North Star. I might have that one wrong. There's so many characters in X-Men and New Mutants. But yeah, this is a cool cover. If I was reading Marvel, I would probably pick it up. But I'm not reading Marvel. I don't know. It's a cool cover. If you like an homage to Rob Liefeld, I suggest picking it up because this looks dope. It's going to be a lot of fun. At least the cover is. I'm not sure about the story. Now, the last one I find a little bit strange. This we knew that there was going to be a Return to the Valkyries in King in Black. I believe this is Jason Aaron. Jane Foster is obviously the new Valkyrie after the events in War of the Realms from Jason Aaron, where he basically killed off all the Valkyries, and Jane Foster took up the mantle, obviously, after her run as the Worthy Thor. And she is going to be reuniting to defend Midgard from Null, and she's going to be joined by former Valkyrie Danny Moonstar, Asgardian warrior Hildegrand, and a new Valkyrie designed by artist Mattia. I'm not even going to say the last name because I'm going to butcher it, but Mattia is the artist that designed this character. And this cover is actually by Phil Noda, who obviously is the interior artist for Cable right now. Haven't been loving his art for the most part, but his last issue of Cable looked spectacular. It looked like a brand new artist. And so kudos to Phil Noda for that. I don't know. I find this character strange. Whenever Marvel works with like the Norse mythology stuff, I find it weird when the characters don't look like Vikings. Like even in the movies, when you have like one of Thor's posse is like an Asian dude. Like I get it, he knows kung fu and stuff. Like I don't think that guy would have been a part of Norse mythology. I certainly don't think Heimdall would have been black. I think they would have been enormous Viking dudes. So I always find it strange. And now the new Valkyrie is obviously going to be a black chick. I don't know. If you're going to make a movie about like African mythology, wouldn't it be weird if you had an Asian character in there as just like a sidekick or a white character? It would be weird to me. And I find it weird here too. So I don't know. Hopefully Jane Foster isn't Valkyrie after this. I don't know. Seems like a waste of a good character like Valkyrie on Jane Foster. They should have just left her as a character. I don't understand why you always have to give superpowers to like the love interest. Always seems silly. Wouldn't it be weird if Steve Trevor became Wonder Woman? Just became Wonder Woman for 3 years because Wonder Woman was no longer worthy in the eyes of Themyscira. So they bestowed the honor of the Wonder Woman title on Steve Trevor. You don't think I would roll my eyes through the back of my head on that one too? But they would never do that because they know people would laugh them out of the building. But if they do that with a character like Jane Foster, they know you're a misogynist. That's the only reason you think that's stupid. If you weren't a misogynist, you would think that Jane Foster should be Thor, even though she's not Norse. She's certainly not the son of Odin. She's not worthy of that hammer. I don't know. It's just my thoughts. I think it's a weird selection, but it's something that Marvel does. They've done it in the movies. They do it in the comics. So there you go. That is the new Valkyrie, folks. Are you excited for the new Valkyrie? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Do you agree with me that when they start working within the Norse realm, the Thor, Midgard kind of stuff, Asgard, that it kind of becomes weird when the characters don't resemble Vikings? Since it's Norse mythology, it's Viking mythology. I don't know. Always find that strange. So basically, that is going to wrap it up today, folks. That is your Marvel comic industry news. We got a new Demon Rider series coming out. No information about the creators, but I guarantee you it's going to be D-list or lower. There's a good chance somebody that's never written a comic before that you've never heard of is going to be writing that bad boy. With a Tumblr artist, likely. There's no way they're going to put any money into that. That's too bad because the character sounds interesting. Larry Hama's got an Iron Fist comic coming out. That is a must-buy in my book. There is a Marvel-made Paragon collection of Christopher Claremont's X-Men work. I don't think they know what a slipcover is, but maybe I'm dead. Maybe I don't know what a slipcover is. I think that's a box that looks like a book. Just putting it out there, but that is the Doc special. Maybe Doc will let us know in the comment section if he's picking that up. There's a new Valkyrie, and I think that's a strange choice for the character. Legend of Shang-Chi. Too bad for fans of that character that they're doubling it up that month instead of just putting it out in February, because there aren't any Shang-Chi comics. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in February there's going to be 2 or 3 new Shang-Chi comics, and I would have been silly for saying that. And Alex Ross is going to homage Rob Liefeld in Marvel #4 for fans of that. Be on the lookout. That'll wrap it up, folks. Hope you enjoyed this. And tomorrow with Perch, I will be talking about the September comic sales numbers that we have and the limited information, and trying to work our way through that. Until then, I shall see you again. I'll see you later. So I'm stupid.